After accepting the Pact of Shadows, Kang Jin-yuk now holds access to a forbidden zone, the Shrouded Abyss, a hidden pathway beneath, Floor 12 that leads to the Weeping Altar, a place of immense power and terrible sorrow. All around him, whispers echo through the abyss. They said the second seal is buried in blood. Whose blood, though, the strong or the weak? Or maybe it doesn't matter at all. Kang Jin-yuk steps forward. Nothing changes. He walks further. Everything changes. Here goes nothing. The world around him whines and wails and then goes silent. Then something far worse, it becomes familiar, too familiar. The stone walls of the tower melt away into something else, something that makes his heart skip a beat and his gut twist in pain. The cracked concrete and rusted fire escape of his old apartment building. Below, the street bustles with life. Above, the setting sun bleeds across the sky. In the distance, a train whistles. It's been so long since he's heard the sound of life. System alert, you are now inside Echo Illusion Field. Reality and memory have fused. Escape chance, 0% until trial is cleared. Warning, false memories may overwrite your core identity. He wants to scream, to break the silence, but no sound comes out. He can only watch as he himself becomes a stranger. Standing before his old apartment door, the number 302, back when he was a nobody, a washed-up streamer who could barely afford rent, let alone food. Back when he had dreams and hopes and a future. He reaches out, wanting to knock, needing to speak, to break the illusion. But his hand stops short, a notification chimes. His old phone rings. Startled, he fumbles for it. Who would be calling him now? Who would call this number? He answers. A woman's voice whispers from the other end. Why did you come back? You failed here already. You don't belong here. You'll fail again. She hangs up. The voice, the tone, it's all too real. Pain blooms in his chest. It's an emotion he thought he'd left behind. Hopelessness, disappointment, grief. He turns away. Walking past his old apartment, past the flickering neon lights and buzzing electronics market across the street. Past the ramen shop where he used to get his late-night fix. Past the park where he first met Yoon Myra. Past the arcade where he poured his last savings into a broken machine. Every step is a fresh wound tearing open his past, threatening to drown him in despair. He can't take it anymore. He needs to get out. But how? He looks around frantically for an exit, anything that will lead him back to the tower. Then he sees it. Or rather, he feels it. The oppressive presence of the system, a beacon amidst the chaos of memories. He closes his eyes, focusing his will. He can't escape the illusion, not yet. But he can endure it, push through it, keep moving forward. He walks towards the system, embracing the pain, refusing to let it consume him. And as he does, something within him seems to snap. The apartment, the street, the memories, none of it matters anymore. It's all an illusion. He's stronger now. More powerful, more than he's ever been. His fists clench. The world trembles, the apartment dissolves. The system fades. The memories turn to ash. He stands alone in the heart of the shrouded abyss, the oppressive silence pressing in on him from all sides. Before him, a massive cathedral of bone and ash looms, its spire scraping at the edges of his vision. At its center, a structure made of bone and shadow pulses with a sickly red light, the Weeping Altar. Through the gaps in its form, he can see two seals, one unbroken, one shattered. It's beautiful and terrifying, mesmerizing and repulsive. He wants to reach out and touch it, to feel its power course through his veins. But something or someone stands in his way. A figure clad in black leather, its face obscured by a wide-brimmed hat. When it moves, the shadows dance. When it speaks, the air grows cold. You broke the first seal, it says, its voice like the scraping of metal on stone. But to open the second, you must kill your past completely. Are you ready? The figure lunges, and for the first time in what feels like forever, Kang Jin-yuk smiles. He's been waiting for this. For what felt like an eternity, he's been honing his skills, training his body and mind, preparing for this moment. Now, finally, he can let loose, unleash the pent-up frustration and grief he's been carrying for so long. The two figures move like lightning, their forms blurring into a whirlwind of motion. Their weapons clash, sending sparks flying. But it's clear who has the upper hand. With each blow, Kang Jin-yuk becomes more and more reckless, his movements growing bolder, his attacks more vicious. He's not holding back anymore. And it shows. Finally, he lands a critical hit, piercing the figure's armor and sending it crashing to the ground. It looks at him, its eyes filled with surprise and then understanding. So this is what it means to truly be alive, it whispers before dissolving into a cloud of ash. The weeping altar throbs with power, its red glow intensifying. The seal in the center cracks and warps, it's ready. Kong Junuk steps forward, his eyes blazing with determination. He's come too far to turn back now. He places his hand on the altar, feeling its power surge through him. Let the tower feel my pain, he growls. The seal fractures, shattering into a million pieces. The weeping altar screams, its voice echoing through the abyss. You have unlocked the second seal, but beware, for the divine will not be denied. The true trial has only just begun. He ignores the warning, striding forward into the blinding light. He can feel the power of the second seal coursing through him, amplifying his abilities, fueling his resolve. He's changed, reborn even. And he's just getting started.